I'm good, good. Thanks. Great call so far.
Good. I'm glad
Um,
you're having
yes, other than it being a bit late, I'm having fun.
fun.
I go to bed so early, but that's fine. So I have a question regarding, you said that one of the major blocks to manifesting what we want is that we let our circumstances dictate how we feel, our emotions. But I can't help feeling that experiencing emotions as a cause of anything it can only be a positive thing. Because if we're always, I don't know, happy and joyful and feeling as if we already had what we want, how do we then experience the negative things coming to the surface?
The negative things will come to the surface on their own, right? So let's take a step back and just quickly look at what emotions are, because most people don't even understand what negative emotion is. So negative emotion is a guidance system. Emotions, fundamentally, every negative emotion is rooted in a perspective. What your perspectives are, what your beliefs are, the definitions you create in your mind are what trigger the negative emotions. So anytime that you experience a negative emotion, what you want to do is you want to ask that question. What must I believe is true to feel that way? Or I feel this way because, and that tells us what the perspective is. So negative emotions are not a bad thing. They're not meant to be ignored. Literally everything in creation has a purpose, and we didn't get created with negative emotions just to torture us, right? They're literally there to tell us things. We need to change the way we perceive emotions. And when I say we, I mean humanity, because humanity perceives emotions as bad. Of, oh no, it feels not good. Oh, we need to work away from it. Oh, we need to ignore it. Oh, poor you, right? But like, we need to lighten up about negative emotions because they're literally just indicators. They're literally just trying to tell us that we're thinking a thought that's leading us out of alignment. That's leading us in the wrong direction. That's
how I see it. That's why I wonder why should it be something bad when I experience an emotion as a consequence of something happening.
So why do you see it as bad?
Well, I don't see it as bad, but I think what I understood from what you said, it was something bad. Reacting to the circumstances is bad, or doesn't allow us to manifest.
Okay, so I don't like the word bad because nothing is truly bad.
Yeah.
But I think the context is when there's a negative emotion that presents itself, that negative emotion is essentially an indicator that the frequency that we're vibrating at is probably not a match to the frequency of what we want. Mm-hmm. Right? So if your goal is, I don't know, money, well, the vibrational frequency of money is freedom. So if you're feeling an emotion of stuckness, then that's an indicator that you want to shift out of that vibration of stuckness if money is the one thing that you want to manifest. Because your reality is going to reflect back to you, right? The emotions that you're carrying and that you're feeling.
Unless I force myself to be happy all the time.
No, I disagree with that. Because if you're forcing it, then energetically that negative emotion is still there and you're still bumping up against it, right?
Yeah, that's why I would never force myself to be happy. I wait for everything to come up to the surface when the time is right.
And that's perfect.
But that implies reacting to circumstances. When something scary happens, something like recently someone asked me for a lot of money and I didn't have it and I experienced fear. But I recognized that it was just something that's part of my sort of belief system, and I just stayed with it. I felt it, I appreciated it, and it went away. And the money was never asked for again, and the situation disappeared. And that I thought was great, because I think these situations come up for us to give us an opportunity to get rid of the sort of negative beliefs.
Well, the whole self-help journey, whether it's law of attraction or to be happier or whatever it is, it's a journey to our own authenticity. It's a journey to becoming more of who we really are. It's a journey to stepping more into our power. That's what expansion is really all about. The process of expansion is really becoming more of our true selves. And what that process of expansion is, it's removing these layers of negative beliefs. these layers of negative awareness, these layers of fear. So the natural unfolding of our lives is literally the discovery of these things that often come up as the negative emotions or the fears, and then releasing them. And the more we uncover, the more we release, the better we feel, the better our life gets, and the more stable we're up here in alignment. I don't need a morning practice anymore. I meditated today for the first time probably in 2 months. Right?
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
Sorry, go ahead.
Welcome to the club. Yes, it just feels like effort.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get a lot of people out of is this effort into alignment. Alignment's our natural state. We shouldn't have to effort into it. And the reason people have to effort into alignment is because they're pushing against all of this resistance, all of this negative stuff that shouldn't be there, that they need to work through. And as we work through it, we get lighter, we get more alignment, more stuff shows up, and we continue down our path of expansion.
So in other words, it's not necessary to make yourself feel happy all the time. Because
No.
if you experience a negative emotion, it's okay, right? As long as you have the awareness perhaps of what it actually is.
I would say it's about allowing reality to be exactly what it is, having no need to change physical reality in any way, shape, or form, observing physical reality as you would observe something on TV, and allow physical reality to trigger in you what it's triggering so you can work your way through it within yourself. And by working your way through it within yourself, physical reality is automatically going to change in positive ways as you change what you've got going on.
Exactly. So why morning practice?
Most people need that to feel good, and most people don't know any better. For most people, dealing with your own inner stuff is very difficult. And the reason Abraham Hicks tells people to focus away from the negative emotions, to focus on what feels good and to do a morning practice is because most people don't have the skill set or the training or the means to really go through what they have going on. Does that make sense?
It does. Got it. Thank you. Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks. Great conversation. That's a really good topic that more people need to hear about. Thank you.